Hashtag Arthur my art and my Asperger's. Childhood signs I had Asperger syndrome and insight into a challenging beginning. There are basic traits that define a person with Asperger syndrome or high-functioning autism, which is a lifelong disorder. They can be asked as a set of questions or discussed as behavioural factors. This is me as the perfect child. Aren't you jealous? This is not question 1. The first question: does your child have limited social interactions or inappropriate ones? My parents were very inappropriate, heavy-handed, and I knew early not up to much. I played alone and made little effort to be friends with anyone unless you had 4 legs. Question 2. Does your child engage in repetitive or robotic speech? Often no one wanted to listen, and I was a Doctor Who fan. I remember kids really hating me speaking to them, off then on. Question 3. Does your child have average or above average verbal skills but struggle to understand non-verbal communication? What is asked here is about body language, something I still have issues with, but I was an above average reader, although my speech stumbles. Question 4. Does your child engage in awkward mannerisms or movements? Awkward wrapped the package that was me, still can't throw a ball, stimming by myself, masking, pacing, spinning, flap my hands, I rock, and occasionally fall over. Still. Question 5. Does your child obsess over unusual subjects? I collected chook bones and made magical cadaver things, downright weird for some, made an art occupation of the odd, always extremes. Question 6. Does your child struggle to return eye contact? This idea of eye contact is not natural to kids with Asperger's. Gestures of communication, such as a nod or a smile during conversation, must be learned. Look to the front, Burton! Question 7. Does your child struggle to understand social or emotional dynamics? One day when I was 6, I packed away a packet of biscuits, a box of matches and a soap bar into a handkerchief and ran away. I did not understand or care for my family then or now. I got another beating. My parents' reactions to my behaviour, those closest to you, can be the cruelest. Having a specific area of interest is one of the most common characteristics of Asperger's. Children will only become talkative when their area of interest is brought up, usually with adults. I could easily repeat things I'd overheard them saying. I was into art in a way that was very intellectual. I would organise tours to bewilder people my mother knew. I got into a lot of trouble, spilling the family secrets, I guess. I believed telling my peers and anyone interested about my mother's art pursuits would be okay. I got belted. I still have issues understanding social dynamics. Verbal dialogue is another key indicator. Children with Asperger's tend to have one-sided conversation with their peers. The conversation will either be led solely by the Asperger's child or will end abruptly. I was excellent at this, even teachers noticed. I was left alone a lot. I was in charge or not interested. Meltdowns occur because of change. If someone, usually a parent, teacher or a peer, is not playing by the rules in a game or disagree with me on my topic of interest, something broke. I got beaten a lot. Hit that kid, my mother would yell. Dad usually obliged. I accept the fact that I sometimes get upset over things that others often don't. Life is a quandary. Life is a black and white affair because of autism. Depression is also black and white. It began early for me. These are pages from my notebooks. Writing stuff down clarifies the mess. The social motivation theory of autism states that autistic children are intrinsically less interested in social engagement. As a result, they pay less attention to social information. The outcome? Something was gone, but I did not miss it. Families. What are they good for? Heightened sensitivity. Make the cat jump because I do. Feelings are things that easily startle a flock of pigeons, like swearing, loud sounds, emotional people, itchy clothes, slimy foods, intense lights, traffic, groups of people over one, hot weather, cold weather. I always struggled snapping out of an emotional state, but they never had the best examples around me to mimic. Too many crazy adults. I noticed different stuff. The world needed better ordering. Too many poorly designed expectations. Why did I need to do what everyone else was doing? Please explain. Making an entrance again with my usual flair. Sure on my lines, no one is there. Don't you love fast? My fault, I fear. I thought that you want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Quick, send in the clowns. Thanks to the Joker and Stephen Sondheim. Surviving such traits and effects that they have on others requires bringing in the clowns. A clown who seldom smiled. Yes, that's me. Thank you. My art, my Asperger's, life from my perspective. Please subscribe, comment and like. All comments will be responded to.